What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning on in. I'm finally back at the Sweet Heat Golf and Long Drive Simulator here in Spanish Fork, Utah. I was here about a month ago with this exact shaft in hand, but for various reasons I couldn't get this video filmed. We won't get into it in this one, maybe in the next few videos, we'll see. But I have the BGT Brava shaft, and today we're going to give it the full review. Let's get right into it. All right, let's go to improve. Let's go foresight range. I don't actually know how to make the range longer. I don't know if we're gonna need that, but as you can see with this whole details here, everything is just neutral settings. So medium ground firmness, which you can see right there. We got it just on default. So we're gonna click start here. And I think it gives us a range like 370 some odd yards. Yeah. 370 yards to work with. So I am straight off of a plane from Orange County. I hit 5 warm-up shots. So we're gonna get right into this thing. We got the BGT Brava golf shaft here. I am hitting a 7-degree Callaway XR16. The reason we're going 7 degrees is to kind of make this test for like the average person, if you will, because I know I'm a long driver, but not everyone's going to want to be hitting a 4-degree, and then they might think the results that we see on screen is due to having a long drive head. So we're hitting a 10-year-old or like an 8-year-old Callaway head at 7 degrees, and we've got the regular flex in this. So this, I'll put the torque and CPM settings up on the screen here somewhere if you're a nerd like me and like that kind of stuff. I believe this is a 250 CPM shaft, and the torque is around 4. So it's a pretty stable shaft, and it's only 50 grams, so it's super lightweight, which is nice. Doesn't take a huge toll on the body when you're swinging it. Okay, that one came out really low. I hit it pretty well. I can't see this carry there, 350 something, 378 total. Now, everyone, before you start chirping or getting mad in the comments, we are in Utah. The elevation here, I want to say, is like 4-ish thousand feet. So the ball is going to be traveling further. There's also, it's all optimal conditions on the screen. So let's get that out of the way first of all. And the other thing to disclose, I am hitting a 4-dot system here because I have a GC quad, so my club heads are going to be used for that, so it can measure face angle and everything. We'll show this camera as well. So what that is going to do is it's going to show us a little bit faster of a club head speed, which is going to drop down our smash factor. So that one went 194 ball. I piped, like that was pretty much a center strike. So obviously club speed was not 137. It was probably 133. So yeah, let's hit another one here. That one I hit a little high on the face, but boy, is that straight. That one was like a 370 carry, so that one felt pretty solid. Now, BGT, Breakthrough Golf Technologies, they are kind of going after autoflex in the realm of golf shafts. And autoflex also kind of has a lot of nomenclature on their website that relate to TPT, and then TPT competes with Patterson. So all of these things are kind of... they're all related. Lightweight but stable shafts is what a ton of companies are trying to go after right now. And they don't do anything with long drive. BGT hasn't done anything yet. So this is why I'm curious on this test, is because TPT and Patterson obviously do, and Autoflex is kind of in that same realm. So today we're going to be looking at dispersion and then I guess club head / ball speed. Mostly dispersion. So again, I'll overlay what their website says up here, but I think it's something like they're saying it's 10 yards further than the Autoflex with a certain % of better dispersion. I've never personally hit an Autoflex, but both of those shots so far I would be happy with. Generally, I like to play a bit of a pull or a pull draw if I can. So looking at all those numbers, yeah, I'm happy with that. Generally, I'm going to be looking at the offline number. So that was 13 yards right. The first one I didn't actually look at, I'm guessing 30 or so yards. If I'm on a grid or even just playing golf, I'm going to be playing for hitting a draw. So I'll always be aiming up the left side, which I'm not doing on this. I'm aiming dead straight. So technically, everything should be finishing 15 to 30 yards right on that offline number, if it's a good shot. If anything's offline left, that means I've missed it. Oh, wow, that was low on the face. Holy Jennifer. So that one would probably be a throwaway because something was weird in the swing. I mean, I fell out of that swing. So we can't really blame a golf shaft on a bad golf swing. That's why I like doing these tests. I mean, I'm so analytical when it comes to these things. I love the reviews. I love comparisons. But at the same time, I'm not a perfect golfer. And most people aren't. So, like, I'm going to miss shots. That's the reality of it. So I like to see what this does on the misses. Now, that was a huge snap hook. I came over the top on it as well. So try and straighten that out. Another low one. That's going to be super, super spinny. That's got pretty good dispersion, though. I missed it left, which I say is always going to be a miss. I mean, with how bad the swing actually felt, I'm surprised it didn't end up worse. Whether we're going to accredit that to the shaft, the head, whatever, I don't know. I mean, that's only 21 yards left. I came over the top, and I had a wide open face, and it hit the low heel, which means it should have been ballooning. So, all right. That's perfect. I almost spun it too low again, though. It's not staying in the air long enough. 360 some odd carry, another 196 ball speed. 400 yards on the dot. Nice. Again, before you guys all get to the comments and chirp me, we are in Utah, high elevation, under optimal settings on the GC3. Am I hitting 400 yards all the time at 196 ball speed? Absolutely not. 19 yards offline right, that is pretty much perfect. That's exactly what I would shoot for, since I would usually aim 15 yards left of target. See if we can get like a 200 ball speed number. Haven't seen 200 in a really, really long time. I have been out of the game for a bit. That's interesting. I thought I snapped that. I caught it right off the toe, and I felt like I came over the top. Still 370 something carry for a 406 total. Impressed, happy with that. The shaft feels solid, guys. I really like this thing. It's not in their idea, I guess, to be a long drive shaft supplier. But the fact is, I mean, the hook kind of showed on that. I hit it toey, which means we overdrew or hook it 37 yards offline right. But again, that might find a grid, really. And I mean, for me, getting off of a plane and not have seen 200 ball speed in, God, I don't know, 2 months or more. I've been really slow, haven't been training, haven't been at the gym. So to kind of roll in and go 196, right, 2 or 3 shots in a row is good to see. Wow, heel job. Yep, bad swing. You know what? In long drive, I look at it, if I can get 2 out of 6 good, then I'm happy. And that's kind of what we're seeing so far. Now, the average golfer is not going to be swinging this thing as fast as I am, so when you're moving it, again, 138 is going to be generous because I have the 4 stickers. Even if we call it 135. 1 or 2 degrees of face angle at 135 is going to make this thing be a lot less forgiving than if you're just swinging at 100 miles an hour. So let's poke out 2 or 3 more and just give our overall thoughts here. I don't know what's going on with those. That is the lowest spin I've ever seen. I mean, that would be sick if I could be at sea level and be at 240 ball speed and only spin at 1100. Cool. It doesn't work for here. That's weird. I wonder what's going on with that. I mean, it's honestly hard, guys, to spin a ball at only 1,000 RPM, and I've kind of done that twice. And I mean, I've hit balls the past 2 days, just kind of getting back into the swing of things, and I was like over spinning balls, so I don't really know what's going on. That one felt good, just a slight block, but happy with it. Like a 375 carry right out to 402. If I'm looking at that like I'm back home at my altitude, that's probably a 360 shot, maybe 370, which is good. Like that's a good golf shot. So that was a 192 ball speed. We are hitting Pro V1s, so we do have a good ball. This is an old head, so is it all that fast? I don't really know anymore. Generally, when I was at a good peak level, I was like cruising around 200 ball speed, and then I'd have days where I'd be up at the 208, 210 mark. But lately, you know, the low 190s is where I've been kind of sitting, so that's exactly what I expect. Happy to see a couple 196s up there. Let's hit one more. See if we can just go fast, release it properly. I hit it hard, but that's quite high. Oh, maybe not. Must be spinny because it hung up. I could watch it kind of be floating. Maybe partially that's because I noticed that everything else was such low spin, so I almost tried to hit up on one, get a little bit of spin to it. But offline 7 yards, that's a good golf shot. Back up to 195 ball speed, which I haven't been in a little while, like I mentioned. So 383 total distance. So, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for the review on this shaft. If you're interested, they are about half the price as Autoflex. Now, I've personally never hit an Autoflex. I have hit Patterson, I have hit TPT. So in upcoming videos, you will see this going up head to head against those to see if they're any faster or slower. But overall review for the price point to get a super lightweight, very stable shaft that's going to work throughout the club speed range. You know, BGT is offering a really, really solid product, especially seeing some of the dispersion. Like I'd say, so I hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hit 7 balls in this set before we reset it. 5 of them are in grid, or almost even on a fairway, if I would go so far as to say. So if I can be 5 out of 7 golf balls and be a long driver, and I'm a 10 or 12 handicap, like I'm not that good, that is phenomenal results. So everything they're saying on the dispersion front, I am going to believe them, but everything on the distance front, you're going to have to wait till the next video.